Adrian's outside looking at rocks because we are on the edge of the goldfields in South Australia and he enjoys looking at rocks. It's Boxing Day in Australia and my dress is on back the front and I can't be bothered changing it around. I haven't brushed my hair. I have washed my hair and I feel happy. I thought I would take a couple of moments to say hello. I'm presently, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I'm presently in the final stages of editing another meditation. And as you know, it takes a long time to edit meditation because I need to edit out the mouth sounds or the little clicks that are those sounds that we automatically make that we don't know we make. So that takes a long time. So I'm part way through that and then I look forward to recording another meditation. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to all of you. I've had a great Christmas, a really great Christmas. It's been somewhat surprising because a number of things went well that I didn't expect. And don't you just love that? But it brings to notice for me the contrast of the years where my Christmases have not gone well, which draws me to think about you and how you are. Are you lonely? Do you feel included? Are you okay? It's all very well having all these talks about being okay, being included, being resilient. And then there are those stark occasions in life where the nature of the occasion can remind us of our separateness. When my marriage first ended, I found we were supposed to have every second Christmas Day with the children. I found the times without my complete family really difficult. Those rituals where we are supposed to be with people, birthdays, funerals, weddings, Friday night after work or whatever the ritual is that you adhere to. When something is broken, when something is stopped, when there is a loss, those rituals which we enjoy often are also stopped. And the end of a marriage or the end of a relationship can catapult us into levels of loss. So we may have to have a birthday alone or a Mother's Day alone or a Christmas alone during times where traditionally we would not be alone. Why do I say that? I say that because I know you may feel alone and I wish I could take that away from you. I remember several occasions when I expected life to be a certain way. I expected Mother's Day to be a certain way, and it wasn't. My parents, if I said they loved one another, that wouldn't be correct. They just adored one another, and that's my role model. Adoration, respect, listening, care, compassion between my mum and dad. So having a Mother's Day alone was interesting. Adrian may walk up, you may hear him walk up with his rocks. So I wonder how you are. I don't think when somebody is alone, it is prudent to say, cheer up, you'll be okay. I think it is a more effective approach to say, I'm sorry, I don't know how you feel, but I care and I'm here. So if you are experiencing loneliness, I'm sorry, I don't know how you feel because I'm not you, but I do care and I wish you well and I hope you'll be okay. We can wish someone resilience, we can wish someone strength, we can encourage them to cheer up. But when somebody is drowning, it's like standing on the edge of a waterhole, looking down and going, come on, learn to swim. You can do it. I believe in you. And we're standing here. We're not in the waterhole. We're not in the waterhole. And when we climb out of the waterhole, I think it's important to remember what it felt like in that waterhole when we were drowning. And there were people lining the edge of the waterhole going, cheer up, you can do this. And part of you wants to say, get in the waterhole, you try it. Have you ever had a waterhole moment? Oh, goodness gracious me, I have. I absolutely have. It is an interesting day today. It's overcast. It is a relaxing day for me. I'm going to need to help Adrian in his business a little bit more over the next few months. And that is fine. We're getting married soon, as you know, in a few weeks. Life is surprisingly good. The bones of my life, the bones of the structure of my life, have been problematic. So I'm exhilarated, euphoric, joyous that my life is going very well. My birthday was wonderful. I think it's so important when our life goes well that we do not lose touch with that feeling, that empathy of what it feels like to have a hard life, to experience adversity. They did research on compassion and empathy, and they found that middle to upper class, for want of a better word, middle to upper class, over time, lose the ability to experience the same levels of empathy unless they continue to volunteer or continue to spend time with people who lack, who have a loss, who have reasonable needs that are not met. So it's so important that we stay in touch with people that are less fortunate than ourselves. Yeah, it's so important, isn't it, that we stay in touch. I'm going to finish this. I'm incredibly relaxed. Albeit that I have a dress on backwards. I put it on backwards and I thought, who cares? I'm just going to wear it backwards. See how it's really high at the front? Yeah, I'm thinking of you. We've got New Year's Eve coming up soon and we're going to do our 100 goals as we do each year. So please be around for that. I'm going to load this on my podcast. With the 100 goals, we place the goals under 10 categories and do that. And that's going to be loads of fun and motivation. Remember, if you're experiencing estrangement, loss, lack, grief, remember that you have a right to feel these feelings. Feelings have a time period. That doesn't make it okay, but they do have a time period. So sometimes when we're feeling lost, we can say, okay, in a few hours, this is going to be different. Not necessarily better, it will be different. For now, I'm going to go with the 1%ers. The 1%ers just soften grief. There may be a cup of tea, there may be a gentle walk. These are not miracles, they are not silver bullets. They are 1%ers. Looking at the sunset, marvelling at the beautiful texture of the bark of an old tree. They don't fix life. When we've experienced loss, end of a marriage or a relationship, unreasonable estrangement, it's really hard. It's really hard. And I think it's okay to identify that and sit in that experience for a period of time and then say, life is about breath, and maybe that breath is at times painful, but I choose to breathe. I choose to breathe now, and I choose to experience my next breath. I choose to see my breath as a gift, and I choose to feel grateful for that gift of the breath. I understand that life comes with adversity. I understand, though at times difficult to understand, that sometimes this adversity is unreasonable, unfair, tragic, and unexpected. Yet I will breathe. I choose to breathe, and I choose to service and serve the community through this. I'm sorry if you're experiencing loss right now. Take care.